Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself. My name is Fitria Kusmasuti. I'm from 4B, English Literature, and I'm studied in State Islamic University of Sunan Gunung Jati, Bandung. Okay, today I will give you a short story entitled Ande Ande Lumut. This short story will be an interpreting assignment as well as a final examination. Okay, let's begin. A long time ago, there were two large kingdoms in the East Java region, named the Kingdom of Jenggala and the Kingdom of Kediri. The Kingdom of Jenggala was led by Raja Jayanegara, and the Kingdom of Kediri was led by King Jayang Rana. To unite the two countries and avoid war, the two kingdoms established a marriage bond between Panji Asmara Bangun, son of the King of Jenggala, and Dewi Sekartaji, the daughter of the King of Kediri. One day, the Jenggala kingdom was attacked by an enemy. During the battle, Dewi Sekartaji fled from the palace. She disguised herself as a village girl and lived with a widow with three daughters named Klenting Abang, Klenting Ijo, and Klenting Biru. Dewi Sekartaji was adopted as a child of this family and given the name Klenting Kuning. But Klenting Kuning was not treated well. Every day, she was told to do housework such as washing, cooking, and cleaning the house. Her three stepsisters were very lazy, and they usually just told her to do their chores. Klenting Kuning, wash my clothes. Wash my scarf too. Okay, sister. Eventually, the Jenggala kingdom was saved. Panji Asmara Bangun had succeeded in defeating his enemies who attacked him. But he was sad because Dewi Sekartaji had left the palace. He was determined to look for her. He told guards to find the whereabouts of Dewi Sekartaji. After a while, a bodyguard reported that he had met a girl who looked like Dewi Sekartaji in a village. Panji Asmara Bangun went to Dapan village. The village was located next to the village where Klenting Kuning lived. He lived in Mbok Randa's house, became Mbok Randa's adopted child, and disguised himself as Ande Ande Lumut, who was looking for a wife. News about Ande Ande Lumut looking for a wife spread around town, and Klenting Abang, Klenting Ijo, and Klenting Biru, dressed as beautifully as they could, proposed to Ande Ande Lumut. They didn't forget to wear good clothes. Hey Klenting Kuning, you don't have to come with us. You stay at home. Go to the river and wash all our dirty clothes. Commanded Klenting Biru. They departed, and Klenting Kuning went to the river to wash the dirty clothes right away. Suddenly, a crane came and gave her a whip.
Go and propose to Ande Ande Lumut so he can meet Panji Asmara Bangun and bring this whip.
Said the crane. Klenting Kuning then rushed to Dadapan village. Meanwhile, her mother and the three adopted sisters arrived at the riverside. They were confused. None of the boats were visible, and there were no bridges, so how could they cross the river? The river was vast. Suddenly, a giant crab named Yuyu Kangkang appeared. The crab offered to cross the river on the condition they had to kiss the crab. They agreed to the condition. One by one, they climbed onto the Yuyu Kangkang's back to cross the river. Moments later, Klenting Kuning arrived at the riverside. She also met Yuyu Kangkang. Yuyu Kangkang offered to help her cross the river with the same condition, that she must kiss him. Klenting Kuning rejected the requirement and forced Yuyu Kangkang to help her. Without his conditions met, Yuyu Kangkang did not want to help. Klenting Kuning lost her patience. She pulled out the whip from the crane and struck the river. Immediately, the river water receded. Yuyu Kangkang was scared. Finally, he agreed to help Klenting Kuning cross the river. Klenting Kuning immediately went up onto Yuyu Kangkang's back and got to the other side of the river. Her mother and three stepsisters arrived first at Boranda's house. One by one, Klenting Abang, Klenting Ijo, and Klenting Biru skies and he told everyone that he was Panji Asmarabangun. Finally, Panji Asmarabangun and Dewi Sekartaji were reunited and they invited Randa to stay in the palace as a thank you. In the end, they lived happily ever after.
Pada zaman dahulu terdapat dua kerajaan di Jawa Timur, yaitu Kerajaan Jenggala dan Kerajaan Kediri. Kerajaan Jenggala dipimpin oleh Raja Jayanegara dan Kerajaan Kediri dipimpin oleh Raja Jayangrana. Untuk menyatukan dua negara dan menghindari perang, kedua kerajaan tersebut membentuk ikatan pernikahan antara Panji Asmarabangun dan Dewi Sekartaji. Suatu hari, Kerajaan Jenggala diserang musuh. Selama pertempuran, Dewi Sekartaji kabur dari istana. Kemudian dia menyamar sebagai gadis desa dan tinggal bersama janda dan 3 anaknya yang bernama Kelenting Abang, Kelenting Ijo, dan Kelenting Biru. Dewi Sekartaji diadopsi oleh keluarga mereka dan diberi nama Kelenting Kuning. Tetapi Kelenting Kuning tidak diperlakukan dengan baik. Setiap hari mengerjakan pekerjaan rumah seperti memasak, mencuci, dan membersihkan rumah. 3 saudara tirinya sangat malas dan bisanya hanya menyuruh untuk melakukan pekerjaan mereka. Akhirnya, Kerajaan Jenggala terselamatkan. Panji berhasil mengalahkan musuh yang menyerang dirinya. Tapi dia sedih. Dewi Sekartaji pergi meninggalkan istana. Dia bertekad untuk mencarinya dan dia menyuruh seluruh prajurit untuk mencari Dewi. Kemudian, prajurit memberitahu bahwa dia bertemu gadis mirip dengan Dewi. Panji pergi ke desa Dadapan, di mana desa itu tempat Kelenting Kuning tinggal. Panji tinggal bersama Boranda, kemudian Boranda mengadopsinya dan Panji menyamar sebagai Ande-Ande Lumut yang sedang mencari istri. Berita tentang Ande-Ande Lumut yang sedang mencari istri, 3 Kelenting Kuning pulang untuk mempercantik diri. Mereka pergi, sedangkan Kelenting Kuning mencuci baju. Kemudian, Kelenting Kuning bertemu dengan burung yang menghampirinya dan memberikan cambuk untuk bertemu dengan Ande-Ande Lumut di desa Dadapan. Saat itu, ibunya dan 3 saudaranya berjalan ke sungai, tetapi tidak ada satupun kapal dan akhirnya kepiting besar datang yang bernama Yuyu Kangkang. Kepiting itu mengantar mereka dengan imbalan sebuah ciuman dan akhirnya mereka menerimanya. Kepiting itu mengantar mereka satu persatu. Pada saat itu juga, Kelenting Kuning hendak menyeberang sungai. Tak lama, Yuyu Kangkang datang dan menawarkan jasa serta imbalan yang sama, seperti ibu dan 3 saudaranya. Tapi, Kelenting Kuning menolak, hingga akhirnya Yuyu Kangkang itu tidak mau menolongnya. Kelenting Kuning habis kesabaran, dan dia mencabuk sungai hingga surut. Kepiting khawatir, maka dari itu Kepiting mau menolong Kelenting Kuning tanpa imbalan ciuman. Ibu dan 3 anak perempuan itu sampai di rumah Boranda. Satu persatu menghampiri Ande-Ande Lumut. Tapi tidak ada satupun yang dipilih karena mereka telah mencium Yuyu Kangkang. Pada saat yang sama, Kelenting Kuning datang di rumah Borondo. Ande-Ande Lumut langsung menerima Kelenting Kuning. Dia tahu bahwa Kelenting Kuning adalah Dewi Sekartaji. Dia satu-satunya yang tidak mencium Yuyu Kangkang. Akhirnya, Ande-Ande Lumut dan Kelenting Kuning bersatu dan hidup kembali di istana. Boranda diajak tinggal di istana sebagai tanda terima kasih. Selesai. Panji Asmarabangun dan Dewi Sekartaji hidup bahagia selamanya. That is a result of the interpretation that I have explained. I hope it can be understood, and I'm sorry if there mistake. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.